I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's continue on to page 10 of the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory workbook for grade 3, and we're going to continue with the topic of rhythms, moving on to page 10. And here we start to look at how a composer could choose a particular time signature where other options would do exactly the same job. And so there are many different reasons why a composer would choose to write in crotchet beats or minim beats. But intrinsically, it would have exactly the same effect. For example, here we're counting 2 crotchet beats per minim. 2/4 is 2 crotchet beats per minim. 2/2, still 2 beats per bar, but 2 minim beats per bar. And so here we can see 1 unit beat, 1 unit beat, 1 unit beat, 1 unit beat. Let's have half a unit, half a unit, a 1 unit beat, a 1 unit beat. So 1, 2, 1 and 2. Now if we're counting in minims, there's minim beat 1, 2, 1, half, divided 2 halves, 2. We say and just because it's a little bit of a mouthful going 1 half, 2 half. So we have 1 and, there's the second half, there's the first half of the beat, there's the second half of the beat. It's exactly the same musical effect. We've just doubled everything because we've gone from counting in unit beats of 2 crotchets per bar to 2 minims per bar, just the unit values changed. It's a little bit like saying kind of 1/2, 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, or 0.5. It's all saying the same thing, but in a different way. And that's what's happening here. We're changing our unit value, but everything is kind of adjusting accordingly to give exactly the same effect. So in exercise 13, we get to look at this bar of music, and then we need to show which is using notes of half the value. So the time signature is going to have to change to reflect that. There are 2 beats per bar here, and each beat is a minim. And so in order to halve that, we're going to have to still stay in 2 beats per bar. We can't change the musical effect. It's still got to stay in duple time. But we're going to halve the unit value from minims to crotchets. And so our time signature will have to be 2/4. And so in order to halve everything, we've got to think, well, this triplet group will have to be triplet semiquavers. And then here we're going to have dotted semiquaver, demisemiquaver. These will be semiquavers, and so this will have to become a semiquaver rest. And so you always need to work out what it is you're looking for first before you then go ahead and try and find the answer. Don't be kind of tricked into trying to find the answer before you've thought about what it should be, and then you can just quickly and easily select exactly the correct answer. So here we have the correct time signature, and then we have, so here we have exactly the same. They've not changed. They've changed the time signature, but they've not changed the values at all. They've just put a bar line in the place where there wasn't a bar line. So they've actually changed what the composer's done. The composer hasn't put a bar line there. We can't do that. We can't change any of the musical kind of effect of it at all. So that's not correct. He's not changed the note values at all. So here, what have we got here? So that looks okay, but here the musical effects has changed again. We've got a dotted rhythm here. It should be dotted, semiquaver, demi, and they've just averaged it out into 2 semiquavers. So we've changed the musical compositional effect here. We've actually changed, we've rewritten it, and we can't do that. And so hopefully this one will give us the right answer. There's the dotted semi, demi-semi. That's the one. So now that you get the principle of it, perhaps you can now look at exercise 14, where we get to change, but now we are doubling in value. So have a go, think about how you're going to change the time signature and then how those note values will change. So I'm hoping you've had a stab at this. It's okay if it's wrong, use a pencil and you can always just erase it out and have another go. So here we are in triple time, so we must stay in triple time. There must be 3 beats per bar. Here we're counting 3 quaver beats per bar. And so in order to double that, we need to stay in triple time, but we're doubling to crotchet units. So our time signature must be 3/4 to represent 3 crotchet beats per bar. So here we've got a run of demi-semis. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. So instead of demi-semis, they will become semiquavers. And then here, this semiquaver will become a quaver. And so because of that, we're going to have to change the way it's beamed, because we beam to show beat 1. So the quaver will be on its own with a quaver rest. And then this will double up to become a crotchet, and we can see beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. We're still in triple time, but we've just doubled the value of everything. So this looks okay until we get to here. We should have, they've not changed the rest value, that should be double the value rest. So here, that's correct. Let's see why this one is wrong. So here we've got 4 semiquavers. Here these have become quavers. This should be semiquavers. And if you look, we've got, so they should be semiquavers. And then they've changed this to become demi-semis, semiquavers. So actually they've not changed this at all. They've changed the first part, and then they just suddenly had to speed everything up to make everything fit into the bar. That should be quaver, rest, crotchet. So there we go, that's the correct one. And then we get the opportunity to do this for ourselves from a piece of music that we ourselves know. So it says to find a piece of music that you know with a 3/4 time signature and then change it to twice the value. They've done the thinking for us here actually, because here we've gone from 3 crotchet beats per bar, and then we've got 3 minim beats per bar, so everything's going to double. So I'm going to reach back and I'm going to go back to the Haydn piano sonata that I referred to in a previous lesson, and I'm just going to look at this first bar. We're in 3 crotchet beats per bar. There is an anacrusis, an upbeat, and so I'm going to just start at bar 1. When you count in music, that's always counted as bar 1. This is not counted as the first bar. You always count from the first complete bar. So here I've got 3/4, so I'm going to change it to 3/2, and so I'm going to have to change that from quaver note, quaver rest to crotchet note, crotchet rest. But first of all, let's get all the other bits and bobs in place. We're in E flat major, so we need a key signature of B flats, E flats, A flats. Otherwise the music won't sound the same. It's got to be exactly the same in musical effect. So I'm just going to get the blobs in place first of all. So if I just pop this here for comparison. So I need a crotchet B. I'm not going to worry about the stems just yet. Then that's going to double up to a crotchet. And then this will have to double up to a minim. This is really confusing when you're so used to playing a piece of music in a certain time signature. And then these will have to become quavers, won't they? So quaver, 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 quaver. And so this will be a crotchet on its own. There's beat 1, there's beat 2, and then I can beam all of these together to show beat 3. Just need a bar line. So that's rewritten a little bit of Haydn in a different time signature. I'm sure he won't mind so long as I do it properly. There we go. And now we just get the opportunity to see how many time signatures in 2, 3 and 4 beats per bar in the various sort of permutations of which beat we're counting in. So let's think in duple time. Well, we started off way back in grade 1 with 2/4, and then we've also done 2/2, counting in crotchet beats, minim beats. In triple time, we've done 3 quaver beats per bar, we've done 3 crotchet beats per bar, and we've done 3 minim beats per bar. And when we come to quadruple time, we've done 4/4, and we've done 4/2 as well. So that's quite a lot of time signatures there, and that's the end of that page, and that's the end of that chapter. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.